Good evening, Puan Leila. My name is Dashnamuthi, Nomometric 10 DIT 24F1283.
My name is Steven Ng and my number matrix is 1046.
My name is Muhammad Lukman and my matrix number is 1195.
And today we'll be doing our role play based on our case study.
Thanks for joining everyone. We've had the road a few weeks. Our customer data was compromised, trust is shaken, and regulator are cycling. I want to clear plan, recover, and ensure this don't happen again. Consultant, let's start with you.
Thank you very much. First, I want to acknowledge the seriousness of what happened. The breach exposed some of the critical gaps, but it's also give us a valuable opportunity to rebuild our system with stronger foundations. Let me begin by explaining the core of what we need. A risk management strategy combined with a solid information assurance, which is IA framework. Together, this will help us not only to prevent future incidents, but also maintain resilience, trust, and compliance over time.
Okay, that's the goal, but talk to me through it step by step.
Absolutely. So in the risk management process, it involves several structured steps. First is assets identification. First, we need a clear inventory of what we are protecting, customer data, such as like customer data, source code, cloud infrastructure, and internal systems. Second is threat identification. We'll try to identify what could harm these assets, such as like cyber criminals, insider threats, or human error. Third is vulnerability identification. This will help us analyze where our weakness lies, such as misconfigured servers, lack of access control, or outdated software. Moreover, we have like risk managed assessment. This is where like we prioritize. Not all risks are equal. We assess which threats are most likely and more damaging lah. Fifth is mitigation. We'll implement controls, technical procedure, and policy based to reduce risk. Last but not least is continuous monitoring. So during this process, we can also track and test everything to ensure effectiveness and overtime.
That makes sense, but from a practical side, our team is already stretched. Security updates, incident response, system maintenance, it's all a balancing act. And security upgrades can cause downtime, which impacts system availability. How do we manage that?
See, that's a real concern. And you're right, we can't secure everything at all at once. This is where a risk-based prioritization model helps. We start with critical assets, those that impact customers' data and service availability and face in protection. For example, we can focus first on the strengthening identity access management, enabling multi-factor authentication, and encrypting sensitive data. To support your team, we'll recommend automation tools for patch management and monitoring. This will reduce the manual workload and allow your staff to focus on higher priority tasks. We also schedule updates during off-peak hours and ensure redundancy is in a place to preserve availability.
That's good. I want to hear more about this information assurance you mentioned. How it that how is that the different just from cybersecurity?
Great question. Information security is focused on protecting systems from threats such as like firewalls, antivirus, intrusion detection. It's more like tactical. Information assurance, on the other hand, is a strategic framework. It ensures the information remains secure, accurate, and available over time, and even under threat. It's also about like trust, reliability, and accountability. So in the core of an IO there are like five pillars. First is confidentially. This will also ensure our only authorized user can access the sensitive data, and we'll implement encryption, access control, and DLP tools. Second is integrity. We ensure that our data isn't altered or tampered with. Hashing, version control, and audit trails will also help in this pillar. Third is availability. It also ensures that data and systems are accessible when needed. We also enhance uptime with redundancy, DDoS protection, and regular backups. Fourth is authentication. Authentication main work is like verifying users' identity. MFA, centralized identity management, and strong credential policies are the main key for authentication. Last but not least is non-repudiation. Non-repudiation ensures like users can't deny their actions. So we'll usually like use digital signatures and log trails for accountability.
That's a comprehensive view. But to maintain this over time, especially with threats evolving constantly, I think we can also make use of the PDCA model, which is the plan, do, check, and act. It's a continuous improvement cycle we can embed in CyberFort's risk management process. For the plan part, we will define goals, access risks, and design policies and controls. For do, we will implement those controls, train staff, and deploy tools. For check, we will regularly audit system, analyze logs, and test effectiveness of it. Lastly, for act, we will improve based on those findings, adjusting policies, fixing our system's weakness, and we'll keep updating our system constantly. These models ensure that we're not just responding to problems, we're also proactively evolving to stay ahead of threats.
That's what I need to hear. Our customer need to know we learn this, and the regulator need to see the we are serious. Transparency, fast remediation, and long-term improvement.
And there you have it. Alongside the technical measures, we can also publish a post-incident transparency report, which outlines what went wrong and what we've done and how we are preventing the future issues. That commitment to accountability will go a long way in rebuilding our trust with customers, partners, and auditors alike.
Alright, I'm aboard. As long as we can phase the rollout and prioritize based on impact.
Perfect. Let's move forward with the PACE plan. Consultant work with our internal team to design the rollout and keep me updated. We'll brief the board next week. Thank you.